My wife was at the hospital first.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Are there any items you would like to remove from
Bless you.
consent agenda?
Only that.
No.
What's consent to that?
Public comments now? Fiscal office.
Yes, sir. A couple items. One is I have a resolution for supplemental appropriations. One of them is for the fire department for some additional EMS equipment. The other is for, we actually made more money on our interest this year. We thought we were not, the interest rates are going to go down. So I didn't put as much money in. So I have to be able to transfer the money back out. I have to have your authority to be able to do that. So that's what that's all about. And then $5,000 for the streetlight assessments too. And that's just because I just didn't think the prices were going to go up that high. I put in a buffer, but you know, need another $5,000 to make sure that works. So.
All right. Anybody have any questions about resolution 5619? Is there a motion to approve 5619?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Mearsfall.
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard.
Yay.
Mr. Williams.
Yay.
And the last thing I had is, I know it doesn't show up on the report, but we actually only printed 22 checks for this pay run coming in. And where we used to do 100% checks, now we've started to make ACH, we've started to transition towards ACH payments. So each time that we do that, we save the cost of the postage and then the time that it takes to get there. We've had issues with our checks disappearing in the mail for extended periods of time. So we're going to continue that effort. It's not a big money saving thing. We may only save a couple bucks per check, but
Staff time?
and staff time. That's right. We don't stuff the envelopes. That's a decent amount of money too. So just on that.
Oh, good.
That's it, sir.
Okay. New business administration, we have resolution 5620, resolution declaring personal property as surplus, approving an internet auction, direct sale, donation, disposal, destruction of said personal property. Dispense with the second reading.
Materials in your packet describe mostly police materials, and Ryan's very tired. F-250, it's formerly the fire department, squeezed every ounce of life out of that.
Yeah, I expect that's about a habit.
Running through oil pretty steadily.
Anybody have any questions about 5620? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Gabbard.
Yay.
Mr. Mearsfall.
Yay.
Mr. Williams.
Yay. Then we have 5621, a resolution determining that the maintenance of 3555 Marion Drive constitutes a nuisance and ordering the removal of common vehicles after sufficient notice. Dispense with the second reading and declare it an emergency.
Yeah, I know you guys deal with this every week. This week, what's happened is that, and you, when we went up to take care of the engine, which was on a trailer, they added a derby car. So part of our discussion was, all right, let's go ahead and put the derby car on there so we can take everything and get it off completely. They made a commitment that they'd have everything off by Friday. So I want to go ahead and process this today. I did not swing by this morning, but we'll go with our notice. If it's needed, we'll post it. If not, then they've been good to their word. But yet again, something disappeared.
What point do we remove 3555 Marion Drive?
As soon as I win the lottery. Yeah, I mean, that's
Curious.
that's a great question for lottery. I mean, we continue to put it through as a nuisance. I'm not sure if there's ever a threshold that we can do anything that's different than what we're doing.
Not unless it goes to the structure and all that other, I mean, you know, you gotta
Meet statutory standards, you do, if you don't, you don't.
So continue to fund.
Unfortunately, this is not the only place that,
Yeah.
it's not the only property in the jurisdiction that I represent that has these continued and repeated problems.
Yeah, this is the most consistent.
Yeah, well.
Is there a motion to approve for 5621?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw? Yay. Mr. Cameron?
Yay.
Mr. Wood?
Yay.
And we have 5622, a resolution determining the maintenance of 5206 Whiteman Road constitutes a nuisance and ordering the removal of junk vehicles with sufficient notice, dispensing with the second reading and declaring an emergency.
So we put this through the last time and went through, had its week notification for the debris. In the process of cleaning out the carport, we found, after cleaning it out, when it got junk, a trailer with a motorcycle that we did not know existed. So that's what this is being identified as. Good news is that the property owner has actually made contact with me on Friday. So hopefully we can get things resolved without me taking all of their items, but if they choose not to proceed with their plan, we will take their items.
Well, now, is this a house that's empty, or think it's empty?
It is empty. The individual has not lived in it all year. There's broken water pipes based upon not heating it and having the water being turned back on. So he's not residing there. He's residing in the township with a relative, but not at this property. So part of this discussion was that he wanted to have more notice than what we provided to him initially. Felt that, I guess, the yellow pages exist for cell phones, that we had his number, and since we were the government, we should just call him. So the notices we placed on your property from both police and zoning that you did not respond to were our way of telling you we need to talk with you.
Yeah.
So we got his attention when we took his stuff. He was not happy that he could not retrieve any guidance, but explained to him that's what happens. Once it goes to 100 got junk, we sign it over to them, it's theirs. They can recycle, refurbish, dispose of whatever they see fit with the items. They don't ever come back. Your opportunity to negotiate and discuss is prior to us taking. So since he's done that prior to us taking his vehicles and this being declared as a nuisance, we have some opportunity, but again, he has some deadlines that he put forward. He's in this week, we'll see if he does. He also claims to have a lawnmower in the back that he can mow the grass. He just needs a battery. Explain to him that needs to occur on a regular basis. So please do that, so I don't have to mow your grass also. Yeah.
What's the age of this guy?
He seemed to be my age or older, I don't know. He didn't seem like he seemed to be still with it. He didn't seem like a young person that was out of it or an older person out of it. So that's the best way to explain things to the public. Still do. I've yet seen face to face. That will probably be on Friday when I do my site visit to see if he's verifying what he said he's going to do. So, never dull. I like to bring you all the exciting things I can on a Monday morning.
Is there a motion to approve 5622?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Cameron?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. And then we also have under planning and zoning, discussion for vegetation nuisance standards.
Yeah, so a couple weeks back I sent information out via email to his trustees to look at current standards we have for resolution 5192 based upon the application we've been doing on Township Line Road, 2 parcels that are over 5 acres in size, one that claims an area to be what would fit within our regulations to be a wildlife, or excuse me, a wildflower area. The other wants to be a quote-unquote natural area. What I have gathered historically is that we want to make sure noxious weeds are taken care of. But what I want to get a handle on this evening, or this morning, excuse me, is for acreage over 5, do we want those to always be maintained no matter if it is a natural or left area or a normal lawn at the 12-inch mark, or do we want to give different designation or expectation of use once we get into people calling things differently than what I have identified? For example, when we get into the wildflower area, I have a adjoining property owner who believes that if it's not a wildflower, it must go. So to have any prairie grass, natural grass, native grass, whatever words you want to use, existing in there, that to him is not a wildflower area. Even though it's a preserved area that is not being maintained the same way as a cut area, and noxious weeds have been removed. So I just want to get a feel for, is this something that we said, hey, we gave it a shot, it's something we don't want to deal with, kick it out, or hey, yeah, we want to do more refinement of it, go forward, or what we have is good enough, let's go on and proceed. So that's what I'm just trying to get a feel for, since there's been some challenge of interpretation by a neighbor. If this is something that we believe as a jurisdiction, we want to get even more in tune with people's business, less in tune with the life.
Well, if we get into, farm people's business, and farm fields that don't have noxious weeds, then they're all gonna need to be cut to the standard too.
If they're not in a CAUV designation, correct. If they have the CAUV designation on the property, this could go up to a 36-inch height. That would be the maximum height for that vegetation. So that would allow hay, in theory, to exist in that space. If they left it as a fallow area, you know, they truly didn't do hay percentage, or they didn't crop it out, then you guys may have a review process. Do you want to put something there to have a boundary? Do you want to put a border around it so that it's not going to impacting the neighbors? Or you just not want to worry about it? Those become, it was all brought about from making sure subdivisions, which we didn't have a lot of control over based upon the previous interpretation. The resolution helped get us there. This is the second rendition of the resolution. It's been working good with everything except for designation of the wildflower area, in my opinion.
We've gone from the hydrolonage to the,
We don't need to get into the weeds on this one.
He is holding on to that. Yeah, he's holding on to that. Wow. Yeah.
Holding that one in.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He was ready to.
Yeah.
I was waiting on it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yep.
Well, I personally don't think we need to get into this here.
I agree, and hell, I don't even agree with the 36-inch designation that you just defined, but, because I'm in violation of that right now, because Johnson grass grows higher than 36 inches, so, it is impossible for that wildflower area to exist without prairie grass, all those other things to exist around it. It's impossible. We're not, these people aren't, no one has the bandwidth to do the other thing and be able to do that. So I don't, people live in townships to be able to do those things. We're not in the business of restricting that, and I don't want to get there.
No, we don't need to involve the whole township over a spot between neighbors.
Yeah, I agree.
Understandable. So, do you want to keep the reg as it is, or do you want to take some modification of it to, the 36-inch discussion?
Don't misinterpret.
No,
I
not
don't
for
think,
self-service.
I think what we do now is correct, which is we don't go looking for it, and I think we continue that practice.
Okay.
My neighbors haven't complained about my front yard yet, so I did a CAUV designated, obviously, and we do bail it. It becomes very challenging when you have a year like this year where we go through a drought. You know, the best things that grow in droughts are weeds, so that's also applicable to this situation. And, you know, this gentleman needs to understand that as well, which he obviously doesn't, but at the same time, he also doesn't understand the size of the properties either, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a lot of moving parts to Mr. Muter's point. We have two squabbling neighbors, we don't need to redefine our standards to try to clarify their problem, so, I don't have a ballot for it.
I don't either.
We're good.
All right, keep it as such unless you guys decide to rescind any of the sections in there. Cool, thank you. I appreciate the discussion so that I have direction.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right, fire district, we have a recommendation to rescind the conditional offer of probationary employment to firefighter EMT Sean Chris. Is there a motion to rescind this conditional offer of probationary employment?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. Okay, police department?
Sure, it's a Monday morning, nothing for the agenda.
Oh, gosh. That's road department.
Nothing this time, sir.
Consent agenda, to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second?
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Yay. Staff updates.
Have the Chambers Makeup Golf Outing on Friday for those that are playing. We've revamped the foursome from the original, where Mr. Gabbard's the only one that remains in that, and the rest will be staff playing in it. Steve, your open house on October 5th. Just wanted to make sure that everybody remembers that, Sunday, October 5th, from 12:30 to 4:30. And then,
So 12:30 to 4:30.
and then,
And it will be at the new station.
Go ahead.
last thing I had was, we've had, since we passed the resolution to order Mr. Sensabaugh and Sheffield Way to take out his head wall piping, he has actually finally been responsive to the matter and retained counsel, who reached out to our counsel to try to arrange a timeline and acceptable plan of action going forward. So even though Friday was the deadline that I gave him, I'm not having Ryan and the guys go out there today to take the stuff out, even though we, by statute, we'd be allowed to. So we're going to allow him a little bit of time to voluntarily abate the issue out there, and he has the property listed for sale as well. Just wanted to update the board on that situation.
Okay.
I will not be at the first meeting in October, so any plans we have for that meeting, be prepared for that. I'll be celebrating my 29th wedding anniversary with my wife, assuming she's happy about it too.
As long as she's willing.
She's got an airline ticket, so
Oh, a few
she's
more
gonna
weeks.
be on the plane with me. I've got 3 weeks to make it happen. As of last night, she was excited, so we'll see.
Anything else? Anybody have anything? Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Wade?
Okay.